TAQ Capital, technical analysis quickly.
This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Before taking any action based on the information provided on this channel, it is recommended that you seek the advice of a professional licensed financial advisor.
Let's do this.
Welcome back to TAQ Capital, your home for technical analysis quickly. No hype, no FUD, no hopium. So let's dive right into the charts here. And I'm looking at Bitcoin on the 10 hour. And as you can see, Bitcoin has been going up overnight. The last, 30 hours here, 40 hours even, is all green. So it keeps ticking up despite the fact that it looks like it should be pulling down according to the Ichimoku cloud. However, I did say that this was a possibility, and here's why. Because the blue channel here that went 1, 2, 3, 4, swing down and out is doing the same thing over and over again. Because then we came up here and this was our next hit, and we had 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then it broke higher. Because the swing down and out is not always necessary. It just means that this blue wedge here, this is going down and this is going down, means it needs to break up. So it could be a swing down and break up, or it could just keep going up. So then we moved it to the next one. And I said we could swing down, break up and out. I mean, this found resistance on the blue, wicked up out of it, and then came down, but then wicked up out of it again, came down, and then it found support here, and now it's been going up and up and up. So we just keep taking this and drawing it up to the next one. This still allows us to go up further. Technically it allows us to go up further because we could just theoretically keep doing this. But now it doesn't have to go up further because we could now break down and out of the blue the other direction. And that's what eventually I think is going to happen, yes, but I'm not exactly positive when. And this is what we're going to look at here. Now, these gray lines are my Fib circles. I used to have them all different colors, but it just made the chart too busy, so I decided to make them all gray. And if you look here, we're coming up on a Fib circle. So this could be a harsh rejection, and here's why. Not only is the Ichimoku cloud got an enormous mouth here, and this is just on the 10 hour. If we explore other time frames, you'll see similar thing, which is putting a lot of downward pressure on Bitcoin. There's just a lot of hype behind Bitcoin right now. People are in this bullish mindset and they're dumping money into it. But the charts are saying it's got to come down. It's just a matter of time. So if we keep looking at other time frames, here's 11 hour, 12 hour. Okay, 12 hour, they're relatively close together, but we have dog-eared now. And the Tenkin and the Kijin are both calling this down. So this is something that's going to be fairly imminent. The 16 hour is not yet, but there's a big space between where we are up here and the top of the Tenkin down here, not to mention the Kijin. So I think the 16 hour is going to do exactly what the 12 hour did right here and just dog ear on the next candle. And then there's the 20 hour, same. I think that's going to dog ear too. And then the daily has the Kijin coming down and the Tenkin coming up, looking like they're going to cross and create some bullish scenario. But even if they do this, that's a mouth. And that's going to call the candles down into it. So my point is, it's imminent. So if it's imminent, what else is telling us it's imminent? Well, if I turn off the Bollinger Bands and the Ichimoku cloud and just look at candles here, we're coming up, like I said, on this Fib circle. And if we go back and look at the Fib circle to see how it was respected, that'll give us an idea. Okay, right here, the candles came down and hit the circle here and then bounced back up. Found resistance at the circle there, overshot the circle, found support at the circle here, came back in, found support at the circle here, back up, rejected by the circle, support at the circle, managed to break through the circle, and then rejected by the circle, support at the circle, support, rejection all the way around here, broke through but couldn't do it, and then came crashing back down, found support here, crashed through that, didn't quite hit the circle here, rejected, support, kept its bounce, rejected, came crashing down, support, rode it around here, and then looks like resistance and then support side by side, but nothing amazing there. And then came down through almost right over to it and then blew through it and then got rejected here, resistance, and then found support on it, and now we're writing it up. So it is respecting the fib circle there. I mean, I wouldn't have it on here if it wasn't respecting it. And then draw your attention over to the left of the screen here. You can see once we broke through it, we came crashing down and shot back up. And then this was the circle here where it didn't quite hit, but basically if it got up a little bit more, it would have been rejected. Kind of wrote it up a bit here. Oh, sorry, no, that's a fib channel. Right here, wrote it up, broke through it, and then there's the support I already talked about. So yeah, I mean, you can see that these fib circles are very much respected. So I think if it makes it this far, it'll get rejected here. And it could just kind of keep going along here sideways and then get rejected there. It doesn't have to go straight up and come off of here and actually hit the channel that we've been in since the peak of the market. So this is likely to break down out of the purple. And then the question is this another swoop up and out and we're actually going to break this line? I don't think so, but maybe. Or are we going to just continue to come down and break out the bottom of the blue and head our way down to the bottom of the channel that we've been in since the peak of the market? I've got other fib circle charts I've been messing around with too, and well, fib circles and channels, and you can see similar here. We're coming up to this one, and you can see how this circle was respected here. It came up, hit it, was rejected, rode that down to this line, up to this line, down to this line, and it's just kind of bouncing back and forth. Then this line couldn't hold, wasn't enough support, came down and found support here, and then rode that up, shot way up and was rejected by the inner circle, rejected again, and then rode up this way, kind of went around the circle. So now we're coming up on this circle here, and it's going to be a similar thing. If we turn on the Bollinger Bands here, you can see that we've got the giant swelling as it did its big run, and now we're coming around and we're forming this tunnel, and we've peaked out of the tunnel. Often when we peak out of the tunnel, you get an opposing effect which will send us down. So that's another thing to look at. Now let's look at some of the other time frames. This is the 3 hour. Sorry, make that 4 hour. This is the 3 hour. We're already in the tunnel and actually out of the other side of the tunnel now. So we've actually started a new ball, I call it, I guess, like this. So, I mean, it's looking like it's a smaller one. It's looking like it's finding a lot of downward pressure, like I said, from the Ichimoku cloud and so on. So it may just be a baby one. Same thing on the 1 hour. If we look at the 5 hour, you know, we're not up here at the top, but I would imagine we're going to do something like this and then break into it. And now this could it could find pressure here outside the Bollinger Band and just get rejected down, which kind of goes hand in hand with the 4 hour, where I was saying we've sort of poked out the top here, and that can add to that downward pressure. So now if we do get rejected and we are coming down, the white wedge is going to govern now. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down out of here, unless we do a swing up, which I really don't think is the case, but it is possible. I've talked about it in my other Bitcoin videos, because if we take the Fibonacci retracement tool from here to here, you know, it's calling us up in the 23,748 range, but I don't really see that happening, but it's a maybe. So keep that in the back of your mind here. But this short retracement is happening. It has to. There's just way too many signs saying that it is. So whether it starts now in 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, you know, tomorrow, it's going to happen. It has to come down and come out of this side. There's just way too much pressure on it. So then we're going to be in the white wedge. And what does that mean for us? The white wedge is established back here. So 1, 2, and then we'll be at 3, and then we'll be looking for a 4. And that 4 could be anywhere down here. It could be 7,000. I don't know. I think we're going to 10,000. I don't think there's any way around that, but we could be closer to the 7,000. And based on some of the other things that are happening in the news and so on right now, I mean, we've got the earnings reports coming out. I think the fourth quarter is going to be pretty bad. Like Amazon just laid off 99,000 employees. We've got the elections coming up. I think we're going to be looking, you know, mid to late October-ish, that we're going to have this meltdown is really going to be taking off. But I think the downtrend, which we're in right now, is going to continue So it's not like we broke into an uptrend for a minute, even though I guess, you could, this was an uptrend. But once that broke, this was the June 18th run. Once that broke, we're in a downtrend. But even this uptrend was just a bear flag in a much, much larger downtrend from the peak of the market. So the uptrend is over, and now we're in a downtrend within a downtrend. So it's not, the trend is your friend, right? So expect us to continue going down, and I'm just calling it down in this area where some people may not be, which is what's going to drag this down here and this out here, at which point, once we complete this run here, we'll break up and out, and that's going to start, I'm not saying like a bull run, but it's going to be the beginning of the next bull run before we get into, the 4-year cycle. But that's it for me today, guys, on Bitcoin. I'm going to try to get a video up on Ethereum, maybe Atom. And if you have any other requests, just let me know and I can do those. Maybe put one up on Flux. I want to get one up on KDA as well. I just got to get all the Fib circles and Fib lines drawn. But thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe. And of course, my other socials are down below. And Instagram is where I tend to post just quick videos as things unfold. So have a great day out there, and I'll catch you in the next video.